Alright, classic British steak and ale pie. I've done my usual and bought a small beef roasting joint. It's 0.858 of a kilo, around about £2. But I'm going to cut that up and use that as the pie filling, as the beef pie filling. Also, for stock vegetables to go with it, I've got a carrot, a piece of celery and a medium-sized brown onion. I've also got a little bit of Coleman's mustard powder. You can also use a teaspoon of any prepared mustard you like, that's up to you. And one of the most important perhaps ingredient is a brown ale. The reason I use a brown ale is because brown ales are quite sweet, and they are also less bitter because they contain considerably less hops than most other ales. So the ales to avoid really are English light ales, which are generally quite highly hopped, and some types of lager beer are very highly hopped. So you want something more on the mild side in terms of hops. And there's a Newcastle brown ale is particularly good, but I managed to get hold of this brown ale, which is also rather good. So I'll be using all that. And also you'll need some pie tins and some puff pastry sheet. This is going to be a pot pie, it's only going to have a lid on. You'll need an egg for glazing the pie with. Right, so let's get on and prepare this up. Alright, the pie filling. I'm going to get some of my beef dripping into there. A couple of teaspoons of it. Just to get everything started off with some nice flavour. And then get the beef straight in there. Give all that a good old stir. And allow that to brown for a few minutes. Okay, once you've got brown on your meat, that's starting to ship a little bit of liquid, but it's not important in this one. In goes all the veg. And it's at this point we can season it. So in goes a teaspoon of that mustard powder, or a teaspoon of your favourite prepared mustard. I'm putting in a beef stock gel cube thing. Get a good turn on that. Some salt. About a teaspoon of salt. And a generous grinding of black pepper. I like quite a lot. And then your bottle of booze. In goes your brown ale. And that should froth up rather nicely, as it does. And then we give all that a good old stir. And see where we are. That's just about right. So what we need to do now is I'm going to bring that up to heat and then turn it down to a simmer for about an hour, and about an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes, see how it goes. Oh, smell of that is wonderful, that beef cooking along there. I'm just taking my pastry sheet out. There's nothing to stop you making your own pastry, but I like to buy it in. Makes life easier and saves us all time, right? So I like to keep it in the fridge right up until I use it, and then I like to work on it on this marble slab, on this stone slab. Right, so what do we do? I've got this spatula. I've had to repair this. It's made of bamboo, and I've had to repair it with some, I've used some butcher's string and done a whipping on it because it was bamboo. It was splitting in the dishwasher. I guess I shouldn't have put it in the dishwasher, but it's a present from my dear friend Taste of Trini, so I couldn't bear to part with it, so I thought I'd give it a quick fix. It looks rather Japanese, doesn't it? Right, what I'll do is I'll want to place these on there like that. So that's the cut and that's the cut, but I want some spare and you'll see why. Sorry, let's get that where I want it. That's there and there, and then I want all this spare and you'll see why in a second. Alright, so these I want to cut in half again, and it's just the way I do it, and I'll show you in a second why. It'll all make sense, bear with me. Right, so let's cut that off there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that into 4, so down the middle, and then there, and then there. So the mystery will soon be solved, because what I like to do is I like to flip those up that way, and then taking the long edge, put it along there like that, and the same with the short edges, and it helps build up the pie crust because this is a pot pie. So along the side like that, and like that, and the same for the other pie. And with these pie tins, there'll be a link to where you can get these pie tins in the description below. It works out so you've got a lid and you've got that sort of border with just a tiny bit left over, which I'm not going to bother about. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to roll this all back up so that it keeps nicely for when I put the pie filling in. So I'm going to put that away back in the fridge because it's easy to work with when it's a bit chilled. Alright, I've just tested that for doneness, and the meat needs to cook a little bit longer, so I'm going to cover it and cook that out for another 20 minutes to half an hour. Okay, I've lifted the lid and tasted it and tested it, and the beef is coming up to a nice doneness. So what I'm doing is I'm just turning up the heat and allowing some of that liquid to cook off, so it comes up nice and thick as a pie filling. Okay, that's starting to thicken up nicely. I'm just going to give it a few minutes longer, but meanwhile I'm going to crank up my oven to 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's looking really good now. That's just about right. I'm just going to quickly taste that. I normally taste it right now just for seasoning, because once it's in the pie you can't, but that is just perfect. If you need to, add a bit of salt and pepper. Right, I'll turn the heat out from under that, and then we'll start filling the pies with it. Spoon it in evenly with a ladle. To me, a proper pie is absolutely packed full of lovely filling. And that amount that just does 2 pies absolutely perfectly, as you can see there. Okay, take one of the lids, peel it off, place it on top of my pie, and likewise with the other one, just neatly on top, stretch it out a little bit, pull it apart to stretch it out, that way and that way, pull it apart, stretch it out a bit, and then we do the fork thing. Just go round the pie. Like so, same on the other one. And then I take a knife, and with the back of the knife and just run over the pie like that. Ouch, it's a bit hot. That's one done. And the next one, the pie crust just cuts really easily off like that, pressing in downward motion till all the pie crust is off. Then you've got 2 nice looking pies ready for baking, apart from just a little bit of decor and an egg wash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush the surface of both of those with some nicely beaten egg, making sure to get all over it. Likewise the other one. You don't want any patches, areas where it's not brushed, so make sure you cover everything, every surface of the pie. And then what I did with a bit of that spare was I made myself a little leaf, but that'll only go on one pie. And considering that that one is the one with the slight blemish on top, it'll go over that blemish. Now, that'll need a little dusting of egg wash. Just a little leaf, that is. And then I'm just going to put in pie hole. So it's just a vent hole in the pie, which I make like that, and the same in that one. 1 or 2 holes. And then that pie is now ready for the oven. So that'll go into the oven now for about somewhere between 25 and 35 minutes until the puff pastry rises up, and you'll see what we mean. Oh, beautiful pies. I don't need to tell you, boys and girls, but I'm rather proud of those 2 lovely pies. Gorgeous. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to follow my channel, please subscribe and be sure to click the bell icon to receive notification of all my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.